Carrie, I want to assure you of something. If at any time you decide things are not working between us as a couple, or even that you fall in love with someone else, don't be afraid to tell me directly. Our friendship will not end because you want something different. Why are you telling me this now? Is there something about you I should know? I was thinking of my father. When I was 11, I asked him directly about why he cheated on my mother. He told me that he knew within a couple of years after they were married that they were not ideal for each other, but he was afraid of her being angry at him and of hurting me or James. Plus, he married her mainly because my mother was already pregnant with me. He felt marrying her was the right thing to do, but he also wanted to be a father. Well, he could have become a father without marrying your mother. No marriage, no divorce later. That's true. And he ended up angering my mother and hurting me and James anyway after he met and began seeing Diana, his mistress. I just don't want us to make the same mistakes he made. What happened to Diana? She and my father dated for 2 years after my parents were divorced. Then she found a man richer than my father and married him instead. I guess that's why I was much more forgiving of my father than James was. Because I thought he had already been punished for his cheating. What goes around comes around. That's right. I know I've been a bit demanding towards you before, but I just felt like I had to connect to someone. And you were the obvious choice, because you were my best friend and we have so much in common. But I don't want to stand in the way of you being happy. Don't worry. You are not your father. I can see you are much better than he ever was. And remember what I said, that the girl that would be with you would be the luckiest girl in the world? I meant that. You mean the world to me, as a friend, as a lover, as everything I could ask for in my life. I would only trade you for another person if they were way better than you. Which seems as unlikely as the Sahara Desert growing bumper crops. Thanks. I'm glad we got that issue settled. Let's move on. Look, up ahead. That's the Reverend Dave Owen. And he is in front of the Tuscany Tavern.
Good people of this town, do not eat anything here. This place is run by atheists and lesbians who seek to corrupt this town and make it a hotbed of crime and immorality. Take one of these pamphlets, so you may know what kind of people you are dealing with.
Excuse me, but unless the food they serve is poisoned or badly outdated, you have no right to bash them for being different from you.
It's not just my opinion, but that of the Lord himself. The Bible clearly says only a fool says there's no God and such a person is corrupt. When you eat at that place, you endorse them. No Christian should do that.
Carrie, he is blocking the entrance to the restaurant. We can't let him do that. I will call the police. Brother Dave, I got a report that you are trespassing and disturbing the peace. If you don't leave, you will be arrested.
Arrested for doing the Lord's work? I was warned a long time ago that Christians like me would someday be persecuted. I just hoped I never would see that day.
Such arrogance. It has been I, Debbie, and our mothers who have been persecuted by you and those you have brainwashed in the Baptist cult of yours. All we have ever asked for is to live our lives in peace. What's going on here? Debbie just came in and told me what is happening. Officer, arrest that man and I will certainly press charges against him. He needs to learn respect for others. You are now under arrest.
You have no idea what you are stirring up, young lady. My church will bail me out and then you will be dealing with 100 protesters instead of just me.
You have the right to remain silent. And I do suggest you do that.